the concept of ethics of conviction and ethics of responsibility. It is given by Max Weber. I guess most of you know about it. And Max Weber, if you write Max Weber in your ethics answers, you are going to get rewarded, because Max Weber is considered the greatest bureaucratic thinker of all time. So whenever you are talking about bureaucracy, if you bring Max Weber, so ethics of conviction and ethics of responsibility. What do they say is that what is conviction? It is the ability to stay strong with the decision we take, irrespective of the nature of the challenges. What is conviction? So whenever I am saying something, if I am saying it with confidence and clarity, it is called as conviction, right? So this is the ethics of conviction that Weber says that is important in bureaucrats. So let's say there is a case study where you have to resolve a fight. There was a fight between the farmers and the industrialist in one of the ethics case studies, right? So how do you resolve it? So it is through ethics of conviction. So you take a decision based on the rational objective data assessment, and then you will reproduce it in front of the people, in front of the stakeholders, and you take a strong decision. Especially, let's say there is a political pressure on you. There was a case study on this also. Political pressure, corruption, all those. During that times, whether you have the clarity, whether you are able to show consistency. Clarity, so note down these 3 C's: clarity, confidence, consistency. So you can write directly like this: 4C, conviction, clarity, consistency, and confidence and credibility. Another thing is credibility. So did you understand this perspective? That is, what is ethics of conviction? See, TN Session, if you know the example, I'm just giving it for the sake of understanding. TN Session, what he did, there was a political pressure on him to change the election dates. Then he was like, he opposed it. I am the election chief commissioner of India. I will do what I feel is the right thing for the nation. I won't get down under the political pressure. That is conviction. That is having the clarity, having the courage. You can also write courage. 5 C's. So having the clarity, having the confidence, having the consistency. Why did he have confidence? See, why did he have the confidence? Because if you are uncorrupt, if you are honest throughout your service, why would you have any fear, right? So you will have the confidence that I will take what is right, because they can't hold anything against me. I haven't done anything wrong. So then how can they punish me? So that is the confidence. That is the consistency. Is what? Consistency is you are taking decisions based on merit throughout your life. Let's say you took decisions on your merit throughout, and in one decision, you just showed some inconsistency. But that can become a slippery slope effect. They can hold it against you. So that is where the ethics of conviction comes in. Clarity, confidence, consistency, credibility. What is credibility? When you have all this, you have the credibility to take a decision. Nobody is going to challenge you. So, and then next aspect is courage. So courage comes with, courage is a part of conviction. So like this. So now think, just based on one keyword, how many perspectives we are able to generate. So I'm generating for the bureaucratic ethics aspect as well. I'm generating for the individual ethics as well. This is, what are these? These are attitudes. These are values. There is a chapter, second chapter, I guess, values. So all these are values, right? And I'm linking it to bureaucratic ethics, the Max Weber concept. So what you can do, like what I usually do is that, see, this is another beautiful thing. That is, let's say you have to represent 3 things. Immediately draw a diagram. Don't write it. Immediately draw a mini diagram, mini triangle. Then if you have 4 things, draw a diamond. Right, now mention here, credibility, consistency, courage. If you have to draw 5 things, draw a star. Star looks very good on your paper. And now, what about 6 things? No, draw another star. Draw this star. Now mention. So here mention courage, consistency, clarity, credibility, conviction. Then mention here Weber. So Weber's theory of ethics of conviction. So talks about having these during the times of crisis. Literally, even in your case studies, you can bring this diagram. So this is what is important. See, like how just using the same keywords that everyone has, courage, consistency, clarity, everyone has these keywords, right? I'm able to generate value addition. I'm not overdoing things here. So understand how to convert data into information into analytics. So that is why, like, I am a very analytical person. So immediately, as soon as I see something, I am trying to figure out how can I bring maths into it. Maths. Because maths is a universal language. Everyone will understand. What is this? This star is a maths. This is a pentagon. This is a hexagon. So like this, try to bring mathematics. Not in like integration, those symbols I told you, right? So what is accountability? Accountability is equals to integrity of responsibility plus answerability plus enforcement plus responsiveness. So like this. So then the first one is ethics of conviction. I hope you got the understanding. So now your duty is that go to your room and collect one example for it, one very unique example. Not the TN session, not the overused ones. Try to find one example for that. This is called as keyword mapping. Because for every keyword that you have, immediately you should have an example ready. For example, ethics of conviction. I will immediately give the example of Ilma Afroz IPS. She fined an MLA for breaching traffic rules as an IPS officer. So isn't it conviction? Isn't it courage? Isn't it confidence? So like that, immediately you have to find an example. Not the overused ones. You have to find your example. So this is first. And ethics of responsibility. Ethics of responsibility is what? The ethics of responsibilities. That is irrespective of the institutional aspects. See, Weber talks about two perspectives. One is the bureaucratic aspect and one is the individual aspects. In bureaucratic aspects, he talks about neutrality, impartiality, then anonymity, all those aspects. Then he talks about rule of law, all those aspects. In the personal ethics aspect, he talks about the ethics of responsibility, ethics of conviction. So all these aspects. So here ethics of responsibility means that for anything that is under his control, he should show existentialism. That is, let's say you are in DC. Something happened in your district. Now you can't blame. Sir, I didn't know about that. Sir, that was my SP's jurisdiction. You can't blame. You have to take the responsibility for that. And you have to ensure the justice is served. So we talked about the four perspectives of the Plato's cardinal virtues. The prudence, that is wisdom, then courage, temperance, and justice. You have to ensure the justice through taking responsibility. That is called as moral responsibility. You have to take the moral responsibility on you. So now understand how existentialism and these theories are getting connected. When we think of Weber, we usually think of just the bureaucratic aspect. But how philosophy is also included in these perspectives. See, like you know the quote that Albert Einstein made. That is, I am standing on the shoulders of the giants. So what does that quote mean is that whatever I did today is because what my predecessors achieved. Because they did that, I was able to achieve this. He was able to bring in general relativity theory only because Newton researched on calculus, Newton researched on the gravitational theory. So like that. So the same way, whatever the new theories are there, they have foundation in the previous theories. Just like we talked about Weberian theories having their foundation in theory in existentialism. If you trace back, Weberian theories have foundation in Kautilya's Arthashastra. If you trace back, the Kautilya's Arthashastra has their foundation in Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is the ultimate foundation for all the values, all the moral values, everything. So that is why I ask you to go through Bhagavad Gita perspectives a lot. That will give you personality development opportunities as well. That will help you in ethics essay as well. Because see, like when I bring something from Bhagavad Gita, that impresses you, right? The same way that impresses the evaluator. And for sure, if somebody is in their 60s, usually they are a bit conservative. And if they are conservative, they will be knowing about Bhagavad Gita. So if they see Bhagavad Gita in your answers, they will be very impressed. So like this.